In a world searching for gaming knowledge comes the man, the myth, a legend in his own mind, Critical.
Welcome back, guys and gals. Critical here. Today I'm bringing you another episode of Medieval Dynasty. So I was able to go out and get 2 wolves last night, which finished off the night hunt. And all those pigs that I killed, the boars, did count. So I got 4 more wolves to kill today. I've got everything mostly on me. Iron Sortage is going to give me an iron hammer, which I'll turn around and give to the guy who wants to get a house renovation done. So everything's going to come full circle. And then I have, of course, everything else on me that I need. My wife happens to be standing in front of me, and I want to see if there's anything I want to change, any skills I want to put a point differently. I'm thinking not. Craftsman, that's all they're all basically work in progress. They work or they don't work very well. I think I'm good with my skills the way they're at. I mean, diplomacy knowledge, I could have it 3 out of 3, but since you only get, even if you're getting 100 diplomacy, you get 1 more point. So instead of getting 2, I'm getting plus 1 more. So instead of getting 1, I'll get 2. Instead of get 100, I get 101. That's why this one's not as good as, say, survival, where you pick up a single plant and it would give you 1, but in this case, it gives you 2 or 3. So that's 3 times the skill increase from that single plant. And you can't get multiples. You can only get 1 skill point of survival each time you pick something. So in that case, that works good. I don't think there's anything I need in my life to change. She was looking at me expecting, like, you need me to do something, dear. Those workers were doing their jobs, and they almost finished, and then they would go to bed. So I went ahead and took them all off, and I left 2 farmers, 2 field workers. They're level 7 field workers, so they should work quickly. They have seeding and plowing to do. And it's flax. So I don't expect there to be any problems with them today. 2 small fields need to get done, and I only have 2 workers. Just checking the tops of my houses to make sure none of the workers and or mothers are stuck on their roofs. Always something you have to be worried about. They sleepwalk at night, get stuck on their roofs somehow. I still haven't figured out how they do it. Man, I do want to get this wall finished. The bandit thing is being talked about a lot. And I don't know if a wall, if it's going to be bandits that attack your village, or if it's going to be more of highwaymen that waylay you on the side of the road or something. Things we don't have. And my kid just spawned out there. Well, zipped out there, I guess is the best way to do it. I keep saying I'm going to delete this, and I keep forgetting to do it later. Let's get something to drink. We'll do some slurpy time. My wife's happy she gets to go back to hunting now. I just got to see what these 2 field workers do, and then we will get moving. Actually, let me turn in the iron to the guy that wanted the iron so that I can get the hammer that I need for later. Sweet. Very, very little reward. That one, it was just basically, I gave him the iron to make a hammer, and he gave me a hammer. Now, I should only have 2 field workers over here. I think he's a miner. Yeah, he's a miner. Are you... So you're a field worker. You've kind of gotten your tool. You should be coming over here to plow or seed, and I'm assuming you're going to start plowing. Now, question is, where does he start? Okay, so he's doing the right thing here. He's seeding, which will finish off this area. And he is plowing where I expected him to start plowing at. And then once you're done seeding, he might come straight over here. Hey, my horse came out and met me. Hey, hey, hey. Horse, stop. I have to block him in or something. No, you're right here. You have to stop. Finally. This stupid horse. Let me on. Okay, so he's seeding, he's hoeing. We're good. In fact, I can probably put... Well, I'll just keep an eye on it. But I can probably put one guy on farming if I wanted to. So, night hunt turn in. The wool. Oh, no, this was wool. This was mouse to feed. I've got that. Yeah, I guess we'll be making the same rounds that we did before. And the only thing that we're not going to be able to turn in is wolves. Unless I make a detour and go toward Hornica to get some wolves. I only need 4 more, and that many, I could get that many on the road to Hornica. Then I can get all the quests turned in and find out what the Hornica quest is. You know, if I go all the way down the Hornica to get that quest, it's going to be, please go to Denica or go to your own village and tell that sower that my stuff's better than theirs. Yeah, the funny thing is if your wife was your seamstress and they wanted you to go tell your wife, be like, you know what? No, I don't need this job. Your stuff sucks. My wife's stuff is better. That'd be my instant answer because I'm a smart husband. I'm not stupid. I don't care if my wife couldn't, which would be the kind of sewer that the only skill she has is sewing her fingers together. Her stuff is still better than anybody else's. I ain't dumb. I wasn't born yesterday. All right. Yeah, we're going the right way. I guess we're going to go over and head over toward Honica and try to get some wolves on the way. Okay, I'm here at the crossroads. I can see there's a wolf over there already harassing deer. So I'm going to go ahead and get off my horse. I'm going to try to keep my horse as far away from wolves as possible. This wolf was only this far over because it's actively chasing a deer, I think. Not that he wouldn't kill the deer and then move on to my horse. Go ahead and make sure that doesn't happen. And he did kill the deer right down the track from my horse. So definitely could have been an issue. So I'm glad I came back to take care of that possibility. All right, horse, you stay there where you're mostly safe instead of mostly dead. Let's search for... Well, it's ran out of vision power, I'll call it. Ooh, right in front of me. They are very well camouflaged. I mean, they are wolves in the woods. They're going to be hard to see. Rabbit running. Sometimes that means a wolf's chasing, but not this time. check. Oh, yep. I'm definitely in the wolf howling area. Stop moving back and just take the hit. Easier to do it that way than try to freak out. Just take it slow. That you're going to get hit once or twice. Unfortunately, I have some broadleaf on me. And I might as well get some milk. Oh, I thought I just ate raw meat. Like, no. It would have been a complete accident. I didn't mean to do that. There's usually another wolf right around here. The deer seem a little calm. This one's running, but no reason given. I wish you could whistle for your mount within a reasonable amount of distance. That would be nice if you could train your mount, but don't think we're going to get lucky and be able to do that. All right, there's an arrow over here. Fishing hut 2 has been unlocked. Survival skill. Probably, well, me using my sense. Do you get skill when you do that? Or something in a village? No, it's me using skill, I think. 2 more wolves. Got lucky. That didn't kill you? That will. Oh, one shot him off the side. Nice. Just took down a deer too. Give me your bits. And then I'll take the deer's bits as well. Win-win. I mean, I really don't need... If I'm going to be doing all this hunting, I don't need my villagers hunting, but... I've got them mainly, what, 10% leather, 10% meat, and then 80% feathers. Trying to maximize their skills out as I want to get 2 level 10 hunters. If I can get my main gathering, hunting, extraction, that type of stuff, if I can get those people up to level 10s, then the baby making factory won't be as bad of an issue for me, because I'll have enough people with high enough skills to be able to maintain, I mean, not prosper, let's say, but at least maintain the village based on their level 10s. All right, I'm going to get us to town and we'll see what happens, what kind of quest I'm going to get on there. And survey says... What quest do you have? All right, with an errand. Oh, ingredients. This could be one of those that could be hard. If she wants certain mushrooms and stuff, I still do not know how to get those mushrooms. Oh, she wants my wool. I mean, I have to turn it into her because she's right here, but there we go. I had to do that because I don't want to have to come back here this season if I don't need to. Do you sell just wool? You do. Okay. It's kind of a waste, but I'm going to buy 2 of the wool from her so I don't have to run back home to get wool. I can sell the hood she just gave me. I don't need it. These sell for 53 gold. That's not bad. I mean, it takes like 13 fur to make them. I think that's pretty good. Don't think anything else I want to get rid of, but right now these are 53. I will make sure to have one available so I can sell it in the winter and see if they're worth more. I have 2 buckets. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and sell the 2 buckets for 28. Now, somebody was saying you could fill the buckets up with water and get more. I should have tested that. I mean, I guess a full bucket is better than an empty bucket, even if that bucket is filled with water. Anything else I want to do in this town? No, I got the quest done. It's time to head over to Gustovia. I don't know if I'll be able to get... I won't be able to get all the way around, even on a horse. That's too far to travel and a little bit of daylight that I have. But I can at least get to Gustovia and probably Denica, because Denica is close to the house. Okay, now there's a school of fish for you. Those look like some huge fish too. I was running through the pond. I was like, what is that? Yeah, and it's fish. All right, coming up to Gustovia. Horse rest for a second. Where? Over here in the house. Perfect. And let me turn this into you. The rep it's minor. I do get a little bit more rep because of my skills, but let me look at this real quick so it takes the asterisk off. Finally, yes, even though I never use it. If they had a better meal that used fish, then maybe. But dried fish is, or cooking. Oh, yeah, a hunting lodge 2. I built the hunting lodge 2, never showed you guys inside of it. The hunting lodge 2 has drying racks in it, so you can dry meat. I'm not doing any dried meat. I know beef jerky is a form of dried meat. Other than beef jerky, though, I don't see the use of dried meat. But it is one of the longest lasting foods in the game. It still has a nutritional value. So you can dry fish, which is even worse than dried meat, in my opinion. But I'm not having issues with not having enough food for my people. And the villagers, their skill level, the amount of potage that they're crafting is slowly going to be increasing. I'll eventually get level 4 crafts people. I don't know when that's going to happen, but sooner rather than later would be nice. But I think it's going to be later rather than ever. I'm lucky at all. The developers promise us that this actually does work. All right. And you know, I went that whole time and forgot to check on my fields, but I'm going to assume that everything is done and that they didn't wig out in the end and waste. I can look at the seeds and get at least a okay idea. Let's go to the barn and drop both of you guys off and put you back as farmers. Oat grain, working wheat grain. Either have them work the regain. You know what I'll do? I'll have them work fertilizer at 100. Well, take it to 80, 70. I'll put a little work into that, into those two. I think that works. They'll work some grains and then they'll work a lot of fertilizer for me. Woodshed, no problem. Goose house, fold, fish hut. Okay. Go ahead and put my horse away for the day. Good horse. Another good time spent out there. Ah, mushroom. Goose. Do what your goose things. And instead of buying that wool, I should have just come home. I ended up coming home anyways. Oh well, lesson learned. Speaking of lessons learned, what are the skills of my stick getters? They're at 8 right now. They should hit 9 on the 3rd day, I think, if everything falls into where I thought it would be. We'll see. Hunting Lodge. I should start seeing their skills. Her skill already went up. She was a 5 and now she's a 6 again, I think. Because I have them gathering a lot of feathers. 25.2 feathers per hour. So I can drop that down and put up to 28.8 feathers per hour. If I put another couple people in here, I can get that skill up really good. Because it's the more that they gather, the faster their skill goes up. And the more people you have doing the same job, they combine their skill levels by their powers combined, and they really start going up in skill level a lot better. The berries I need, the meat, not all that meat. I only needed 4 meat on me, so let me put that extra meat away real quick. I have too much meat. Said no one ever. There we go. I put all the rest of this stuff away. I got a ton of little knickknacks that picked up along the way, or quest rewards that I don't need to have on me. Fur, stone, wool fabric. I know I need that wool. I don't know why I'm putting that away. I'm buying it. And I think I bought wool thread over there and not, or wool fabric, or wool thread or whatever, not straight wool like an idiot, but that's okay. Just a waste of money. I'll make much more from that in the future. Speaking of making money, it's not that big. I was gonna do a better hammer. Maybe I should try that bucket. Take one. Take one. So supposedly selling an empty bucket is one amount and selling a full bucket of water is another amount. We are going to check that right now. Drink, but how do I fill? Now I have the bucket. Fill it with water. Probably would fill the next bucket if I do it, but I don't want to do that. I want to have one bucket of water. I'd automatically put this one. So that is working now. And automatically put that one in hand so I could fill it right away. I don't have to switch. Good. So that is working. And when I go to town, that's 80 gold, which of course it only sells like 28. And that's 80 gold. So far, I'm not seeing a difference. I'd be surprised if you could get more gold for buckets of water than if you just sold buckets. But, you know, I've been wrong in the past, and I'm sure I'll be wrong in the future. Not that I can ever envision a time when I could be that wrong, but I guess it could happen? Question mark? Let's get some milk to top myself off. I do want to put more lights around town. I'm just trying to figure out kind of like where and when. Where just to maximize the use, to make a smart use of the light, and when is basically up to when the developers update the game's rendering, so I don't have frame drops. Right now, I'm at the point where I get very minimal, if at all, frame drops from the light. Very rare. But if I start adding more lights, I start seeing more drops. I think I want to put a light back there. I want to put lantern there, aim this way, lantern there, aim that way. I want to do 4 lanterns there. A lantern on either side there. A lantern at the... Do I want to do a... No, I don't need to do a lantern here. But then going down these as between the houses, put a lantern space down between these houses. That's what I want to do. I just haven't decided to do it yet. But I'm going to go ahead and call this episode here. I've been Critical. This has been Medieval Dynasty. I hope you guys enjoyed this content. If you have, drop a like, consider subscribing, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take it easy. Bye.